Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to do Lab 2, the solids lab. And the objectives of today's lab is to find your total solids and total suspended solids in the Emerald Pond water from Mantua. Um, Today we're going to be using two ovens throughout the lab. We have a high temperature oven that's set to 550 degrees Celsius. And we have the low temperature oven, which is set to 103 degrees Celsius. And you're going to want to use tongs when you're putting your samples in and out of both ovens because they're at very high temperatures.
So the first part of the lab, you're going to be measuring the total solids. What you're really going to need is the crucible and the water used in the lab. First, you're going to want to weigh the empty crucible. Next, you're going to measure 100 milliliters of water into the cylinder and pour the water into the crucible. You're going to put this into the oven that's set at 103 degrees Celsius and let that sit overnight. The next day, after the water's evaporated, you'll take it out and let it cool. Once it's cooled, you could weigh it. The difference of weight that you will get will be the total solids. Next, you'll put the crucible in the oven that's set at 550 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes to burn the organic matter out. You'll weigh that again, and what you're left with is the total fixed solids.
Alright, so in this part of the lab, we'll be finding suspended solids. For this, you're going to need an aluminum dish, a glass filter paper, which has already been pre-washed and dried by a technician, along with your test apparatus, which is a flask and a funnel. So first thing you want to do is label your dish and weigh the filter paper along with your dish. Next, put the filter paper into the test apparatus by putting it on top of the flask, funnel on top of that, and clamping it so it's secure. Then you want to weigh out or measure 100 milliliters of water and put this into the funnel. Once that's there, hook up your test apparatus to a vacuum, run the vacuum until all the water is pulled through, and after that, keep the vacuum running for an additional 30 seconds. Then you're going to remove the filter paper with tweezers, put it back in the dish, and you're going to place this in the drying oven at 105 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes. After the paper is completely dry, you're going to weigh the dish along with the filter paper again, and this is going to give you your total suspended solids. Next, we'll be finding our total fixed solids. This is done by burning off all the organic matter by placing the filter paper into the 550 degree Celsius oven for 15 minutes. The difference between the total suspended solids and the total fixed solids will give you your volatile solids.
This concludes Lab 2, and remember to be safe throughout the lab.